So forgiveness is a choice. It is something you choose to do. Forgiveness is more than just words. It's more than saying I'm sorry, and it is letting go of the resentment and the desire for revenge for the wrong that you suffered. Today we are going to talk about forgiveness and your health. Welcome to Regenerate. My name is Regina, and we continue to focus on mental and emotional well-being as well as personal improvement. Now, the reason why most people find it hard to forgive is perhaps the fact that you may not quite understand what forgiveness is or is not. So we're going to look at what is forgiveness, what it isn't, and the effects of not forgiving and the benefits of forgiving. And it is going to be a journey that I hope that all of us will consider if there's unforgiveness in us. So what is forgiveness and what is not forgiveness? I will start by looking at what forgiveness is not. One, forgiveness is not excusing the wrongdoer. It's important to understand that. Forgiveness does not mean that the wrongdoer is right. Two, it does not suggest that you are not wronged or that you did not suffer a wrong. Three, it does not condone the wrong that you suffered. It doesn't condone the wrong that you suffered. And forgiveness does not always seek reconciliation. And I think that is important for me to repeat. Forgiveness does not always mean reconciliation. It doesn't always mean that you have to mend the broken relationship. So what is forgiveness? Because we have looked at what forgiveness is not. So forgiveness is a choice. It is a choice. It is a decision you make. And forgiveness is not just words. That's number two. So it is a choice. It is not just words. And it is number three. It is letting go of resentment and the desire for revenge. So forgiveness is a choice. It is something you choose to do. Forgiveness is more than just words. It's more than saying I'm sorry, and it is letting go of the resentment and the desire for revenge for the wrong that you suffered. So how can you forgive? What are some of the steps that you can take in the process of forgiving? So one, as we said, it's a choice. So decide to forgive. That is number one. Decide. Just make up your mind to forgive. And then forgive from your heart. Don't forgive from your head or from your mouth. Forgive from your heart, which means number three, forgive without any expectations. And that means forgive without expecting the other person will apologize or will feel sorry or will be remorseful. So don't forgive expecting that the person will feel, well, I owe you an apology. And also don't forgive expecting a reconciliation, because that may not happen. Forgiveness is about you. It's not about the other person. It's about your well-being. And number four, forgive yourself. A lot of times we find it difficult to forgive the other person because we do not forgive ourselves. There are situations where the person who is wronged may have some self-blame, may blame themselves for the wrong that they suffered. They may feel, I shouldn't have been in that place at that time, or I should have listened to what people were saying. There may be a lot going on inside of them that causes them to feel, I can't forgive myself for allowing myself to go through what I went through. So as much as they're finding it hard to forgive the other person, they may also find it hard to forgive themselves. So in order to be able to forgive the other person, forgive yourself first. Find it in yourself to forgive yourself. Then you'll be able to forgive the other person. Now, what are some of the effects of unforgiveness or failure to forgive? One, unforgiveness always causes anxiety and depression. You're never really free of anxiety. You're never really free of depression. And that's a fact. A lot of people who suffer from depression and anxiety, if you probe a little deeper when you're talking with them, you will discover a lot of resentment, a lot of bitterness and forgiveness in their hearts, and that causes them to have those depressive thoughts and being anxious almost all the time. Number two, if you don't forgive, you become resentful and angry. And sometimes you are angry at people who are not even involved in whatever it is that is causing you anger and resentment. So it causes resentfulness and anger. It will cause you to become bitter, number three. And bitterness is a major cause of a lot of physical ailments. So don't allow that to happen. So bitterness will take lodge in your heart and it will cause you a lot of problems. Number four, it will compromise your immune system. It will compromise your immune system. So those four, among others, are going to affect you when you fail to forgive. But what about the effects? What about if you choose to forgive? What are some of the effects? Not effects. What are some of the benefits of forgiving when you choose to forgive? What are some of the amazing benefits you're going to reap after forgiving? One, you will have peace of mind. Once you forgive someone, you're relieved of a very major burden, which you may not even have been aware that you were carrying. So you will gain peace of mind. You will have a healthier heart. What happens is that when you're thinking about the person who did you wrong, meaning you don't have peace of mind, there's a way that your heart also beats. There's a way your heart also responds. So you get palpitations, you get, all these heart issues. But once you forgive, apart from getting peace of mind, your heart also benefits. You get a healthier heart. You get a stronger immune system. Remember, we said that bitterness compromises your immunity. So you get a stronger immune system, which obviously makes you better at warding off diseases and stuff like that. And then you become less anxious. You lose a lot of the anxiety that was, you were experiencing before. You have fewer symptoms of depression as opposed to before, and you have healthier relationships. Healthier relationships because you've gotten rid of the anger and resentment that you were harboring. You are healthier, that means you're happier, you're stronger, you're able to engage in social activities that probably you're not able to do before. So you will get all those benefits as a result of just choosing to forgive. And it doesn't matter what really happened, because remember, you cannot undo what happened. So failure to forgive does not really undo the wrong that was done. It just makes you continue suffering. So forgiveness will give you amazing benefits. And the last point I would want to make is that always note and keep remembering that even as you choose to forgive, you don't necessarily seek to have a reconciliation with this person. Forgiveness doesn't always mean mending the broken relationship. It doesn't always mean reconciling with the person that wronged you. It simply means you forgive and you move on. So if you want to live happily and healthier, fully, a life that is full of life, full of peace and joy, you're able to enjoy relationships, you're able to enjoy your everyday life, your everyday activity, your work, your family, your friends. Just choose to forgive. It makes life easier and you'll be a healthier person. So thank you, and we will see you in our next video.